welcome back to the MrShowTym showcast, and welcome to the next level simulation of the Matrix. um, Trump won. We did it. Trump Trump won, guys. Donald J. Trump is the 47th president of the United States of America. And by God, man, this is so real. Part of me believes it. Us on the right, us red pillars, were expecting it. But to be truly honest, there was a part of us that was crossing our fingers because, you know, the vital and fatal issue of, you know, the last election, and that is the voter fraud issue, you know, the mail-in ballots. I'm surprised. I mean, of course, they did try to pull it out. Go figure. Big surprise. Big whoop. Okay? And shout out to the Republicans. They fixed it, apparently. I saw cameras on the voting stations. They took precautionary steps to ensure that they minimized the ability to cheat. Now, in some swing states, such as I think Michigan or Georgia, they tried it. They tried putting a fast one again, but the good people of America, they were there to nip that shit in the bud, and rightfully so. And for that, I thank them, because they were one of the people that saved the world. To those people, I don't know who your names are, but you know who you are. Thank you. Folks, I'm still ecstatic. You know, I woke up this morning. Look, I went to sleep dancing on my monkey tail, and I woke up this morning still dancing on my monkey tail in celebration. Wow, folks, we can let out a huge sigh of relief because, wow, that was close. That was close. We get to live to see another day, another bright day, not a dark one. A bright day. Folks, history was made. History was made. Donald Trump, man, this man has been through a lot, and he has survived everything. Everything they tried to throw at him, he survived it. The court cases, the trumped up charges, no pun intended, the literal assassinations, and it all began with the negative media coverage. Oh, he's this word, he's this, he's an ist and isms. You know, they tried using the buzzwords, and they just kept on escalating. Started with the media slandering. Then it came to, you know, trying to throw him in Yale. Okay? They tried to throw him in Yale. They convicted him, but shout out to the angry man. They haven't given him a sentence. So, according to American law, he's technically not a convicted felon yet. Well, he's convicted, but technically he's not a felon yet. Which, to be really and for truly honest, that kind of like boggles me. Because if you're convicted, it's, you know, guilty of a crime, even though those indictments were bogus. We all know. Trump survived 2 impeachments. He survived the worst. This is just the things that this man has survived. I don't think there's anyone that we can think of immediately that could have survived. I mean, the lawyer fees, the amount of money he needed, the donors and sponsorships he required, and just the fortitude to just keep fighting, even after being shot, and it came within centimeters. Centimeters. If that bullet like was a centimeter closer, we could have been talking about something completely different. And I'm sure. Look, okay. Let me not go down that particular rabbit hole. So many of us have covered that. But again, the great Thomas was correct. I said it before. The Secret Service is not to be trusted, and I was right. They don't call me the great Thomas for nothing. Okay, I'm not the great Thomas for nothing. Speaking of predictions, I don't mean to cut our celebrations short. The Simpsons have made a lot of predictions. Quotes. I like to put them in quotes because look, it's not like the producers of The Simpsons have some oracle who has like, he or she goes into this trance and they're able to see the future, and then they're like, oh, so I don't think so. I don't think so. The Agent Smiths, since they control everything, they are able to direct the direction of mankind, or at least in America. America's fate, America's destiny. And we've seen depictions of Lisa, okay, wearing a purple suit with pearls, pearl necklace, her being sworn into office. Yeah, we were kind of. I was kind of afraid. Obviously, that took place in 2020. Not as her as the president, but her as vice president. Now I'm seeing, obviously we saw the whole Donald Trump down the escalator. That happened exactly as depicted. Scary stuff. What else do they know? I saw Trump laying in a coffin or a casket. Now, if you were going back like a few months ago, if you knew that a Trump assassination was going to take place, you would have said, okay, that's it. But Trump survived. Trump survived the assassination. So, looking back in hindsight, I don't know. Maybe that Trump assassination of him, the bullet grazing his ear, that's not what they were talking about. Oh no. What about Ryan Ruth, who was like aiming at Trump, hiding in the bushes with the sniper rifle? He survived that. What I want to say is, dear Redpill community, dear Americans, dear everyone, because look, there's some of us here in South Africa, we support Trump, and we want to be a part of history, and a lot of us have been a part of history, especially us Redpill Manosphere content creators. Our influence has paid dividends. Our influence has it's paid off. And I don't mean to take some clout and shine away from Trump, because he's the actual government official, and we just tried our best to shine light into the cultural psyops that was happening, and we were able to influence people for the better into making the better decisions. I'm very proud of the Red Pill Manosphere. It's changed my life for the better. Even though, because of me being associated with the Red Pill Manosphere, it certainly put my life in jeopardy, as I've said before. But again, I have no regrets, okay? Yeah. Folks, I don't mean to again. I don't mean to cut our celebration short, but The Simpsons hasn't been wrong in their predictions. Maybe they've been one wrong or one or two things, but Trump laying in a casket in a coffin. I most certainly hope we most certainly can hope that that's him just faking. Okay, that's him just doing a bit comedy skits like he's been doing. Wearing um, a Trump, a McDonald's apron, working a shift at McDonald's, or him wearing a garbage truck collector's uniform. I certainly hope that was a skit, because if it's true, then we better brace ourselves. Because look, this is what, shout out to the Wachowski brothers, or they now have turned into Skittles. I still identify them as brothers, as men, because biologically that's what they are, and they can be offended about that. I do not care. They were born men, they will forever be men. They can cosplay as females all they want, but genetically, their chromosomes are XY, and that's a scientific fact. Folks, we have now entered a new simulation. What do I mean by that? We've survived the previous simulation. um, we've entered a new simulation. Now, here's what you need to know about Matrix simulations. The Matrix, as you know, the architect, if you are a staunch Matrix fan and you can, analyze and decipher the Matrix allegories pretty quite well. The Agent Smiths in the Matrix is not really the Agent Smiths, but in this particular scenario, there's no architect. We have the Agent Smiths. Who are the Agent Smiths? It's the people that run and control everything. Who are those? The Jews. Okay? They run and control everything. What they do is they analyze what the people think. Okay, what's the status quo and how are people reacting and responding to it. Okay, and of course that's how they're able to ensue the little psyops. Apparently, according to the black community, I think about half the black community still fall for these symbolic plights. The first black VP and the black woman is God. Okay. Okay, that's how they still able to have a grasp in the black vote. Even though this time around, I think seemingly they've lost a huge chunk of the black vote, rightfully so. A lot of people woke up. Okay, we were able to red pill quite a significant amount of people this time around. So what the Matrix does is, when you reset the Matrix, because look, folks, there's no escape in the Matrix. We are forever slaves to it, as the Merovingian explained to Neo over in his club apartment building. Causality, effect, cause and effect. The effect of cause and effect. The concept of cause and effect. Okay? They put something out there, a plight, a psyops, propaganda. They try their hand at something, at some sort of an agenda, and people fall for it. And then there's few that rise up from the ashes, they get red pilled, they seemingly red pill the others, they save the day, yay! And then the Matrix says, okay, they go away. They sort of get vanquished. And then they disappear. And there's like a temporary, well, not temporary, well, when I say temporary, not like in short, it doesn't have to be, when I say temporary time of peace, a temporary period of peace, I'm not talking about it being a short period of peace, no. I'm talking about it just being, no matter how long it takes. Apparently, our period of peace lasted for about 30 years. At least the last time a government tyranny decided to rear its ugly head was 30 years ago during the apartheid regime. Now, 30 years later, in 2024, they tried their hands again. It emerged in America, with the Obama, Hillary Clinton, Biden, Harris administration. And Trump was able to vanquish them. Now, again, the Matrix, when you vanquish the Matrix, you reset the Matrix. There's a temporary period of peace. And during that temporary period of peace, they go back to the drawing board. They crawl back from the hellhole from whence they came. And they are just behind the scenes, watching, observing, plotting how they're going to come back stronger the next time around. But you know what's funny? You think, the Matrix hasn't been reset in, I think, well over 12 years, because the Democratic Party has been ruling in America for, I think they say for the last 12 years, if aside from the Trump's first term in office, aside from that, Hollywood have been giving us, like, brainwashing us little by little. You think this time around that the Biden-Harris campaign would be unstoppable. But, they really shot themselves in the foot this time around. Kamala Harris was a poor, weak candidate. She didn't even win the... she wasn't even elected to be... she lost the primary. She didn't even get like many votes because Tulsi Gabbard wiped the floor with her Indian ass. Okay? Tulsi Gabbard wiped the floor with her. And then she was just installed in there because, there was no one else. There was no one else that could use the symbolic plight of the first, don't you want to make history with the first, not only female, but woman of color president? Because, folks, we all have to admit, we all have to hold ourselves accountable. They were able to fool us the first time around with that type of plight with Obama. Because they're always trying to figure out this way or that way. Okay? Because the first time in 2016 it was supposed to be Hillary Clinton. Now, of course, they realized that, look, we are not gonna allow us to be led by a female. So what they did is they sort of low-key introduced Hillary Clinton to us back in 2012, I think. But they said no. The public are not ready to accept a female leader. So instead of a female leader, let's sort of push it back. And let us give you the first, he has to be male, a man, but the first black president, America's first black president. And of course, how many people realize, the movie starring Chris Rock, it came out in 2004 and 2005, head of the state. They were trying to really drill into your head into accepting the first black president. Hence why, the movie Head of State. And it really for truly was a good movie. And the psyops, the depictions portrayed Democrats versus Republicans very accurately. Well, not accurately objectively true, as in accurately it just fitted enough to the people who were willing to believe it. Oh, Republicans are racist, and even though in the movie they didn't depict, okay, those are Republicans or Chris Rock or Democrats. No, they just like they didn't put any labels because they didn't want to appear obvious. No, they just gave you out a movie, gave you a movie, okay, of a black man trying to become America's first black president without any labels. And to be truly honest, it was an enjoyable movie. It was. And looking back in hindsight, you want to revolt at that movie. It's like it blows your mind because it's like, yo, that's what they were trying to do, and they gave you Obama. So they sort of like stepped back from the idea of the first female president, and they gave you Obama instead. And that's how there was very little pushback with Obama becoming president. Even if you didn't watch the movie Head of State, but the media portrayals certainly mentally prepared you for that, for an Obama archetype. And that's why how Obama successfully, he just eased in there. Well, I wouldn't say eased, but he just, people just accepted him. We championed him. Even I was in late primary school, early high schoolish. Yeah, I didn't care about politics. Politics was like not even like something to be like. Politics in my mind was a thing for adults at the time when I was still in primary. 2008, right? Early high school. Yeah. So yeah. And then 2008 went by. His first term, second term, you start to hear about the Afghanistan, Osama bin Laden, and it didn't make sense to me. If you were to ask me back then, or anyone for that matter, well, let's just say most people, why did why was there a war in Afghanistan, or was it Iran? Weapons of mass destruction. Wait, of course, certain red pills began to um, we were able to get some doses of the red pill if us finding out about the truth of September 11th. Okay, we started to learn how Israel actually controls America, and it made the pieces fall in place. It made perfect sense why Obama was a warmonger and they went to attack Afghanistan, or was it Iran? Afghanistan. Okay, America was essentially doing Israel's dirty work for them. Okay, without Israel taking the blame. Okay, um, yeah, man. So after Obama, they decided, okay, now the first black president idea worked. People ate it up. They swallowed it whole. Yeah, there's no more racism, and yeah, black people are finally gonna live properly. They're gonna live. It's gonna be better for the black American public with a black president. Even in the Boondocks, the the whole episode about Obama. I couldn't understand why Huey Freeman was so against Obama, and then you talked about the U.S. government, the secrets about. I couldn't understand that. I just thought Huey Freeman was just being a buzzkill. But now it makes perfect sense. Um, so 2012 went by. Obama had his second term. Nothing for the black community. Nothing tangible. It's just all symbolic victories. The first black president, yeah, but inflation, the housing market, the stock market, nothing. Okay, aside from universal healthcare, which in of itself is like a communist uh, 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 a communist perk because it's cheap, and anything that is free is cheap and it's all worth it. Okay. Uh, so in 2016, by 2016, they said Okay, the black first black president idea worked. Now can we usher in, give you the first female president? And American publics, like, we rejected it. We said no, no. The people rejected that blue pill. We spat it out. Okay, and Trump came into the mix and he won. And they were like, damn it. And then they try to call him all sorts of ists and isms. He's a racist. He's a sexist. Whatever. All a bigot, and that didn't work. So they escalated. Oh, he's a criminal. He's he's a convicted felon. The trumped up charges didn't work. Yeah, they convicted him, but it didn't sway our choice in trying to vote for him. And then they tried to assassinate him, and that didn't work. They're like, fuck! And Trump secured his victory thingy. Now, I mean, I forgot. They saw that, okay, what is it about Hillary Clinton? Okay, she's a white female. Okay, no, okay. People are still on the racism thingy. Okay, so now it's not the first white female president. Okay, the first black first female president. There you go. And for some it worked, for some it didn't. So we were like, no, she's not really black. And shout out to Candace Owens. Major salutes to her doing her research on Kamala's genealogy. Although I was spent by her second episode because she just kept on doing more episodes. Hey guys, more news and updates about Kamala's genealogy. I was like, Candace, okay. I heard you the first 2 times, and I was like, I was sold. Then I was like, okay, I get it. Candace, if you're watching, I'm just pulling your leg. Okay, I'm just a little tongue in cheek. I'm not trying to be a dick. Okay. But yeah, man, after the first 2 episodes, I was like, okay. And then she did 3, and then she did 4, and then she did more, and another. And every time I went over to Candace Owens' channel, I was like, hold on, guys. The agents are trying to disrupt this channel, okay? They're trying to disrupt this channel. Just a minute. Okay, we're back. So, yeah, they're trying to... See, CGA will be playing his soundtrack. New World Order. Yeah. So yeah, after the first 2 episodes, man, Candace did her due diligence and tried to expose Kamala Harris for the obvious lie that she is, that she thought that, and her team, she thought that she could just cosplay and do a more insidious version of blackface. Try to come across as, oh, I'm actually black. Nah, she might have a few droplets, a few sprinkles of blackness in her, but she's not really a black female. Not really. She ran most of her career, well, not most, but initially she ran as a Indian American. Okay, and she is Indian. Okay, she's related to slave owners. But that didn't work. Her campaign was a total bomb, a total, like, a total dumpster fire. I mean, the best thing she ran on is a woman's rights to kill the unborn babies. Her trying to use celebrity endorsements that were under the control and blackmailed by, thanks to the whole P. Diddy freak-offs. We know at this point Hollywood has fallen. And shout out to Cat Williams, man, for explaining that. That video has like 45 million views on Shannon Sharp. Like, wow, Cat Williams really broke the internet. 45 million views. That was the fall of Hollywood. And look, we, the Redpill Manosphere, we had a part to play as well, because we tried to, give you doses of the Red Pill for the past, I'd say, about 10 years. And shout out to those to our earlier predecessors. Some of them have lost their lives, and I'd like to take this moment and to just invite Coach Redpill, Gonzalo Lira, in celebration, although he's gone. But I'd like to invite him in heaven where he is to just come and bask and enjoy our celebratory moment. Because Coach Redpill, your death was not in vain. And I still pray you have justice, your family has justice for you, gets justice for your unfortunate demise, untimely demise. Thank you, Coach Redpill. You're one of us, you're a fellow brethren, and we will miss you. You will be missed. Went over to Ukraine and lost his life trying to report on the truth. Now that's what a real red pill does. You sacrifice your life for the truth. And that's really a man's biggest honor. Because we are the sacrificial gender. Us men, we are expendable. We are the sacrificial gender. Notice how no one has a problem me saying that. But as soon as I say women are the birthing gender, their prime purpose is to be a wife and a mother. Oh, misogynist, isms, whatnot. Folks, yeah, as I was trying to please explain, Trump survived all that. Okay, why? Because truth prevails in the end. Okay, so they try all their plights to give us the first female something, the first this and that, all the while ignoring policies. Now their policies were bomb, they were dumpster fire. Okay, she was gonna raise inflation, she was gonna raise taxes, and they didn't want you to focus on that. They just wanted you to focus on the psyop. So no, pay attention. First woman of color president. Yeah, that didn't work. But guess what? I fear next time around, the next time they do decide to rear their ugly heads, after the matrix is reset, when the new simulation, they're gonna try to come back with bigger, stronger, more cunning, more sadistic. And I fear that Gavin Newsom, I've heard so much about Gavin Newsom, how he's like he's like an effective politician. And when I say effective, I'm not saying I support him, obviously not, but he's on the other side, but he's a formidable opponent. So I keep hearing. We don't know what the next Democratic national presidential candidacy ticket is going to look like. We don't know. But what we should expect is for them to be more cunning, more sinister, more cunning, more sadistic, and more cynical than before. We should be, folks, all these things, us the red pill, we still have work to do. We have repairs to do. Because Trump won, but it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. We still have the cultural war to win. And shout out to Matt Walsh. I mean, he's doing his part. Michael Knowles, Candace Owens, they're not perfect. There's certain things that we agree with. Sorry, there's certain things that we disagree with them on. They're not perfect, but they certainly know they're certainly valuable members of the Red Pill, even though they sort of like want to distance themselves. They don't want to identify themselves as Red Pill. They're like, oh, it's those Red Pill guys. It's the fashion fits of the world. Those misogynist, throwing women out, kicking women out of their apartments. Frank Castle, like, okay, look, nobody is perfect. I've criticized Myron Gaines, and quite frankly, I would love to do a show collaboration with him, even despite the fact that I've criticized him. Okay? The fact that I've criticized someone shouldn't totally disqualify me from doing the show with them ever again. No, unless you've really like insulted them, which I haven't. I've criticized them. I haven't insulted them on a personal level. No. Um, but yeah, we should constantly update ourselves. We should constantly put each other in check. That's how we become better and stronger. So yeah, man. Shout out to the Daily Wire guys. Even though a lot of them are controlled opposition because they fired Candace Owens because she talked about the Jews. Yeah, but we have to win the culture war, folks. Dear men, be masculine again. Go to the gym, get your finances up, and stop being sedated. Stop watching pornography. Women, prioritize marriage, family, and above all else, having babies. Actually, no. Above all else, prioritize having babies within wedlock. It's easy to have a baby. The rate of single motherhood is a detriment to society. Have babies within wedlock. Okay? So we have to win the cultural war. I mean, we have to stop supporting these companies and brands that are pushing this woke stuff and these expenditures. They're driving expenditures through the roof and raising inflation as a result. Stop supporting Instagram threads. Okay, there's certain business ventures we should stop supporting. Okay. Oh, women first, women power. No, men first. Okay. So yeah, man. Look, AI. Nick Fuentes jumped on a live stream with Andrew and Tristan Tate, and he basically said that he didn't want to vote for Trump because he suspects that Trump is just another extension of the Matrix, and the Agent Smiths allowed him to win. Okay, and there were certain deals made behind closed doors that, okay, if we're gonna allow you to win the elections, do this, continue to cater to Israel, and because there's certain plights at play, things at play, elements at play, and you shouldn't push. I I want to disagree with Nick, but because of the type of person I am, I find it hard to ignore reality. Okay, do you really think that the Agent Smiths, if they knew that Trump was a real threat and they wouldn't do, I mean, aside from the government, what's been happening in America, yeah, they've been trying to stop him, but you find out that, yeah, that was part of the plan anyway. Um, in the Matrix, we find out that, the so called real world is just another extension of the Matrix. And in some instances, yeah, that has proven to be true on some level. And yeah, look, I can only hope that Nick Fuentes is wrong, but I cannot disagree with him. Okay, maybe certain deals are made behind closed doors to ensure the reign of Israel, and hence why Ben Shapiro was supporting him. That to me is a sign of itself that, okay, yeah, maybe Trump to a degree is controlled opposition. I'm willing to believe that it does make sense, even though they've been trying to take him out. Maybe that's just been part of the whole plan. What has panned out has been part of the whole plan. But look, I'm not sure. Look, I don't know everything, but if Nick Fuentes also made the assertion that they're not really going to allow Trump to totally drain the swamp, like 100%. As in, he can't go after Barack Obama, the Clintons, Biden, Kamala Harris, and certain people that have, the deep state, and throw them in jail because they'll be like, hell no. They're not going to allow it. Um, that's kind of like a shocking realization. That does make sense. Makes a whole lot of sense. Look, we're not as free as you think. I mean, we survived this matrix simulation, and now we're in a new simulation. Um, and also, Nick Fuentes has also made the assertion that Trump trying to push for us for America to be energy independent. That could only fuel energy for AI to to develop into a monster that we do not even want to fathom. AI is an objective truth. It's an objective reality. Okay, so many of us, the world is shifting. 5G internet. That's AI. Have you not seen iRobot? And of course, Elon Musk. Elon Musk. We thank Elon Musk for his efforts to endorse Trump to be on the right side. But yeah, he saved free speech, folks. It doesn't end there. Instead of looking at the here and now, well, yeah, but also look at what's on the horizon. Artificial intelligence is coming. We are going to have androids as personal assistants, and we all know how that ends. We've all watched the movie I Robot, starring Will Smith. So yeah, that's coming. Um, Resetting the matrix only means it coming back bigger, stronger, more sinister, more sadistic, and more cunning than before. And we, the Red Pill, our new mission is to prepare you for the next simulation. Trump won, but it doesn't end there, because without Trump, with or without Trump, they can simply change the laws. Let's say after Trump is finished serving his second term, they can just simply put a Gavin Newsom, even if it won't be him, they can put a Gavin Newsom type of leftist, more radical, more sinister, more under the radar, because this last Democratic ticket, their mistake was they just became very obvious. Oh, we're coming for your children. The Skittles are coming for your children. Oh, we're gonna raise the taxes, raise minimum wage, and to the people, they were betting on people not understanding how the world works. Raising minimum wage mean and of course AOC putting on that white dress with the red writings on it, red scribings on it. Tax the rich. That means taxing you. You're gonna pay Mr. Average middle class citizen. You're gonna pay high taxes as well. Okay, so the previous simulation, they were betting on most people just being dum-dums and not understanding politics. And I think we've come to a point where most people understand, well, are beginning to look at politics more and more, are beginning to be more and more interested in politics, because it was very needed. Okay, it was very needed. And thanks to, the dissenting voices on the internet, the YouTubes, okay, we've made that a trend. Okay, podcasting, yeah, basically what we do. I think more and more people are gonna look into politics with a more interesting lens. Okay, because it dictates how much you pay for bread, how much you pay for milk, what your kids are learning in schools. Okay, how much you pay for petrol prices, or as you Americans call it, gas prices. These are very important elements that dictate how we live our lives. censorship, free speech. Okay? So yeah, man. We the Red Pill, we have achieved a monumental achievement, helping Trump get back in the Oval Office in the White House, becoming the 47th president of the United States, the second president in history who not to win consecutively ever since the 1800s with Grover Cleveland. Okay, we still have more work to do. We have monumental repairs to make. We still have to win the cultural war. We have to fix marriages. We have to fix the mindset of Gen Z. We have to prepare you in terms of how you're going to handle artificial intelligence. We're going to have to fix inflation. We're going to have to inspire businesses and brands and popular celebrities and influencers not to force feed you woke stuff. We have more work to do, guys. And guess what? We are up for the challenge. Okay? We have to free speech again. Not just on Twitter X, not just on Rumble, but across all social media platforms. We must make it okay for you to speak your mind, all the while working your 9 to 5 job, to keep your 9 to 5 job, and we must make it legislatively okay for you to say certain things while keeping your job. You don't have to worry about being fired from work. Oh, I'm gonna lose my job if I say this. I don't want to. No. We're gonna try and fix that as well. And if you want to make that a reality, we ask you to please support our channels, please support our plight, please support our efforts. Don't give us a hard time. Support us. Support these channels, not just me, but everyone else who needs your support. You decide who. Whoever it is that you follow, you decide which content creator deserves some remuneration for their efforts. Okay? Please subscribe. Please send donations. Please subscribe to our websites. Support us on all social media platforms. Really push us at the top of the algorithm. Because in the last couple of years, we've seen how some of the big names have been overtaking legacy media. Okay? We've been doing more numbers than mainstream legacy media. That says a lot. So yeah, man, we have to normalize these messages all the while keeping your 9 to 5 job. We don't want to have you feel uncomfortable talking about certain issues. Okay? Free speech. Okay? And for Donald Trump, my goodness, this is the time to be careful. Please stay indoors, because if you think that Trump is off the hook in terms of these assassinations, you're wrong. Okay? Trump still has to endure, unfortunately, more years of the opposition trying to smear him, slander him, and potentially assassinate him. I'm sad to say, but it is a reality. But for now, let's go ahead and celebrate. Feminism lost, masculinity won. Let's just take this time and just relax. And this is not the last video I'm going to do. We're still going to do further videos breaking down Kakamala's endless number of accents, trying to bamboozle y'all to yeah, man. Their strategy was really weak and very poor. Okay? Them trying to bring Barack Obese out from his retirement couch to try and, hey, you black men, go back to the slave plantation. Black men aren't supposed to be intelligent. You're supposed to vote for Kat Kamala here. She's the first. She looks like you. Stop. We're not that stupid. Okay? Shout out to everyone, man. Look, if you've been watching this far, thank you so much for watching. And remember, Trump won. And the Matrix has you. Follow the white rabbit. And don't fall for the psyops. Congratulations, Donald J. Trump. My goodness. It always seems impossible until it's done. Quote the great Nelson Mandela. And don't fall for the psyops. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, cheers.